Here it is, the song I just played. The chords are real simple. I did D minor, and then I did A over C sharp. Here's the A major chord over C sharp. Then I did a D minor over C, then G over B, right? And then D minor over B flat, A minor, and then G. Now let me inspire the writer in you. We're going to play the same descending line in the left hand, but I'm going to throw down some different chords in the right hand, and you'll see that it changes the character dramatically. Okay? Let's just do the first two notes in the left hand. In the first example, I played a D minor over a D, and an A major over a C sharp. But now when I get to this note down here, I'm going to play a different chord up here, and listen to the mood change. Here we go. Here it comes. Totally different character. Kind of melancholy. And if you're a writer, and you probably are, you're probably imagining all different kinds of musical moods and characters. And let me state the obvious here. This is not groundbreaking science. The reason this works is because notes like this fit within more than one chord. Obviously, right? But sometimes it helps to have someone else state the obvious and say, hey, check out this perspective. For instance, this note could fit within this chord. It could fit within this chord. It could fit within this chord. All different kinds of things. It could fit within this chord. It could fit within maybe a heavy-duty jazz chord. Obviously, notes can fit within different chords. And here's why it works as a writing device to inspire you as a writer. Sometimes if you take a line that you normally wouldn't do, and you kind of force yourself into a box, and every time you get to a new note in the line, whatever the line is, we're just doing this particular line now. Maybe we'll look at some other lines in future lessons. But every time you get to a new note, you experiment with fitting that note into a different chord. For instance, this C. What will it fit into? Well, in the first version of the song, I fit it into this chord, but that note would also fit within this chord. It would also fit within something completely different like this chord, right? So now you don't have to say, I don't have any way to come up with new ideas for chords for my songs on the keyboard. You can do what we did today. With your left hand, come up with a simple line. And then for every one of those notes in your right hand, you can experiment and find many different chords that will work. And then when you string those chords together as a progression for the first time, you might be surprised at what you get. And you'll be playing things you don't normally play. And you'll be hearing sounds coming out of your keyboard that you don't normally hear. And it'll really spark your creativity for writing new material. It's an awesome technique. Now let's really get to it. I'm going to play that left hand descending line 3 different times. And then with my right hand, I'm going to give you 3 different sets of chords that will fit with it, so you can really hear how the character changes each time. Here's the chords I used the first time. Now I'm going to play the same descending line with totally different chords, and you can imagine that it would be a completely different song. And then if I improvised over those new chords, you could really hear the different character. And if I would have been writing a song like this, I might not have come up with these chords on my own, But I kind of forced myself into a box by playing that descending left-hand chromatic line, and then I fit right-hand chords with it. So those chords were real simple. They were D minor, B flat minor over D flat, F over C, D minor over B, B flat minor, F over A, and G minor. Now for fun, let's play it again, a third time with totally different chords. How about this? So I listen to those new chords now and I get inspired to do a brand new style. Play something like this. It's all about coming up with new sounds and chords on the keyboard, things you might not have thought of otherwise, so that you'll be inspired to write something great. Because everybody can use some inspiration. My name is David Sprunger from PlayPianoToday.com. You know what to do now. Go practice.